Hi, Aaron here from Superior Singing Method, and this is Sing with More Power. Okay, sing with more power. We all want to sing with more resonance and more power. We want this big, full sound. We want a big sound coming out of our mouth. We don't want to sing like that unless you're on Broadway or whatever. But anyway, we want this big sound. We don't want this thin little voice, right? So I want to help you get some ideas of how to sing with more power. Now, in order to get more power, it's not necessarily pushing your voice or forcing your voice or singing louder with more volume. That's not necessarily it. It's taking advantage of the different resonators. So we have three primary resonators. We have the mouth, the throat, and then the nasal passage. And in these different resonators, the tongue, you may have heard me talk a little bit about the tongue because the tongue can be an enemy of these resonators. What happens, especially on the higher notes, is the tongue has a tendency to pull back. And so, and as that tongue pulls back, what it does is it blocks the airway in your throat, and then you're not using the full resonators that you can use. So I want to give you a trick to teach you how to keep that tongue from pulling back and cutting off your airway and staying where it needs to be so you can have a bigger, more powerful, more resonant voice. So the tendency to pull back, what I want you to do is put the tip of your tongue, while you're singing, put the tip of your tongue on the back of your bottom teeth. And you can do it one of two ways. You can just rest the tip of your tongue, called the apex of your tongue, on the back of your teeth, or you can actually give it like a little bit of push it forward, so it could be just like that, like these are your teeth, or you could actually push it forward a little bit like that. Either way works great. So while you're singing and doing different exercises, instead of having it pull back, notice what it feels like when you're up front there. So while you're doing your exercises, any exercise that I have or with Superior Singing Method, try to remember to put your tongue there and do it throughout the whole exercise. Now, there are certain vowels that are going to have you not have it there. So like a T or an L, for instance, certain consonants are going to have you jump up. So if you're going la, 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 or ta, 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 it's going to bring the tongue up. But primarily, you want that tongue right there on the back of your teeth. And if you do that, I promise you'll have a more resonant sounding voice. Your tongue won't become that enemy of the resonator and pull back and block that airway. So anyway, I hope that's helpful. Click the link below for my favorite vocal exercise. Subscribe to the channel, and also, as you've heard me say, believe in your bigness. There's more in you than you realize. Dreams, there's a tension. We all live in this tension between current reality, meaning where we are today, and where our vision is, like where we want to get. We all live in that tension, and believing in our bigness and believing that this is something that we can attain helps us continue to move forward and have the tenacity that it takes to become successful in reaching our dreams, and that's what I want for you.